a legacy that has, at this point, I mean, especially with 2Es now being shifted out of the lineup, seems further and further away.
Wait, Sonya, why can't I? Should I?
Let's see how we're going to get started here.
100 fees on defense, loud on attack.
Primed, ready, held with the paranoia. He's looking for that contact.
Diecast, that's smart.
Trigger it, but
that's a bit of a wild trap play here. So you're expecting Asuna to take contact, then a paranoia, and then Asuna runs at them.
Yeah, sorry, Sonya.
It only really works if it's specifically just the Cypher there. If there's more than one player.
Ooh, this drone gets broken in time there. Boostio, quick reposition.
Nice little double damage, 2 kill trips on the site here.
Cryo for a bit of backup as well. This is
well, don't need one. Don't need a trip for that. They took a solid timing over towards B though. And they should be really aware that this is a thing.
4v5, get the plan down as well. Digizine, watchful eye onto a couple of the extremities. He's worried about being backstabbed into the process, but a flash play and forward to try and take these fights together here and now. That is a call being made out by Loud. Drawing the blood out. It's 3 versus 3, pushing them back and away into the open arms of Luke Shaw, and then we'll see it. A tap. Xander has made his way onto the side here, forcing the issue forwards as well. There's damage done. 4 bullets left. The right clicks and the bullets going.
What the hell's going on?
Coming out to play.
Oh my god, he won it! How's he actually pulled that one off?
Oh, it's silly already. It's silly already.
Yeah. It's a little bit weird already, that's for sure.
What a pistol round from Loud. What a close there from Kawanzine as well.
You should definitely get something for a knife in this game. Like you should for sure get an auto for a knife.
Previously, and I felt like Vinny's calling was a bit of an issue for them in the 2G game.
Yeah.
Now,
like
this
an extra one.
And how they start off with a little bit of A pressure, then they go towards a C split, and then they call an audible in the mid round to go back over towards B, because that's where Luke Shaw has found some space. If you have players, especially lurking Sentinel players, that can create you opportunities in the mid round, it can really help your IGLing. So a lot of what the desk was talking about was how Luke Shaw coming in, well, maybe that's a bit of an upgrade over 2Es on the Sentinel role, but how is it really going to fix the problems that Loud has had? And there, in just the single round that we've seen, we have actually seen an example of Luke Shaw finding a really intelligent timing and making it easier for Vinny to call.
Yeah, hard agree.
It is for you or paper X is for Broad. Wait, actually?
Well, calling's a problem.
I didn't realize you're such a
maybe the roles wouldn't have worked
fan.
Out, but I was under the impression maybe Vinny would be the one to go.
Plus 500 credits for a knife. Yeah, I do think someone should get rewarded for knives.
Up the IGLing.
Yeah.
But it is interesting.
I was the Icebox Koi first
K-Cup player joining the league, and a player with a lot of eyes
it
on
was
him as well.
scrappy. Koi had some cool stuff with the ISO.
Expecting big things. He's very talented.
Yeah, gassing him up.
We've seen him play in the off-season events. And now we get to see him here on the VCT
They should have closed it out, man. They lost double pistol.
And it is a tough spot. I really agree with the desk. It is
1,200 for a knife. I do think something like that. Maybe that's a bit too high. But I think like adding an incentive to knife, like I think that's good for viewers.
Like you have to win this one as Loud. Otherwise,
like knives are fun to watch. So if you actually get something for it instead of like disrespect, I think. I don't know, then you're going to get more people going for it.
Winning out this pistol. We're getting this solved as well. Slight audio issue on stage round, just to keep you all honest.
Tarek deserves the monthly Sliggy tweet. Yeah, we'll give him the monthly Sliggy tweet for sure.
For his read on Loud Star Duelist player,
I'll do a big thank you.
Check this one out.
I think DGZen has like a good system for the way that he plays. He doesn't like force too many bad engagements. He usually tries to take his fights on his own terms, and he has a really like consistent method as to like how he likes taking his fights. Like usually like front to back. Like you won't see DGZen like dashing into sight and like 360 and clearing every angle or anything trying to entry. He's very like calm, composed, and confident in the way that he plays, and I think that's why he's really good.
We're getting to see Digizine in the Neon versus Neon head-to-head here on Haven. And this is kind of new for him.
We're playing the B roles, yeah. It's nice that they help the casters out a little bit, though.
A ton of operator on defense. I've got to imagine he's not going to be open as much once the sides swap.
Yeah, you might throw it in every now and then, I think, just to add a twist to the overall game plan. But you are right in terms of Neon. You want to be active. You want to be moving around.
Boostio sitting forward. Does that mean we're good to go?
If you look at the way that Asuna tends to play on the defense side, 100 Thieves are the only real, like, solid, decent team on Haven that we've got in America's playing an ISO composition on Haven. There are other teams that have tried to run it, but haven't found too much success. 100 Thieves have actually found a ton of success running this idea on Haven.
Okay, very nice.
if you watch the way that Asana's playing it, he's mostly playing to rotate. He's kind of the flexible flood player. It looks like we're about ready to go back in though.
Yeah,
timer ticking down. And only Asana on this seaside with a stun perhaps to try to stop Loud.
It's going to be met with an absolute wild play. He's just trying to feign like they are doing.
Yeah, they're trying to fake their aggro to force them into this. Hey, it might work.
Yeah,
you got to remember, last time we watched 100 Thieves, they did this aggro like what? 3, 4 times with multiple numbers, so 3, 4. So I like their idea here. They're trying to fake it for the same round. If Loud had done their anti, they're going to go, oh, it's that round where they have 3 people here. So this is 100 Thieves trying to anti themselves on an eco. It's a good try.
Information. He's going to get it, pays for it in blood. And my God,
timing that's crazy. I tell you what though, Cryo getting some kills on the ISO is definitely the one.
And an open sight now for Loud as well.
They'll take that.
Yeah, that's pretty fine. We're taking a look at Cryo's ultimate though. You do not really want to be building that one up. As soon as the ISO starts getting rolling, you heard Baby Bay talk about it. The first team to kind of hit the ground running here is going to have a big advantage because they're momentum based, they're aggressive, they're fast. And as soon as you start ult cycling, it can be really difficult to play against that kind of style of Valorant.
Yeah.
Doesn't really look like Cryo is going to be able to get too much more than a single ult point for his death.
And they're going to be going down as well. Now the weapons exchanged hands earlier, so all 3 of them purchased in. Cryo will look to do some damage.
I mean, if he can get another, this is a huge spot to do so. He went absolutely bonkers in their previous game.
And he gets removed. He's got the 1.
Oh, he nearly got another.
Yeah, he did nearly get another. He took the armor off him.
Damage to the economy.
It is good damage.
And also making some good progress towards his ultimate. He's only 2 away.
That's not bad.
Yeah, and he's 2 and 2. What kind of strategy has Loud got cooked up here then? This is our first time seeing them run this composition. Expecting them to have some ideas where they run a set strat off the rip. Very empty Garage and B here, bro.
Yeah, it is. I mean, everyone from 100 Thieves is grouped up.
Yeah, now will kind of go crazy. 3 people that can get one shot. And 100 Thieves probably the most out of any team love to go super aggro A. Asana has said on the stream he loves playing in this pose. Thinks it's just kind of broken as a neon. Same kill trips, but we didn't get to see these trips actually get kills earlier.
Well, they're being slowed down to a crawl by 100 Thieves, flooding straight back into the action. They want to try and take the fight straight to them, sliding in.
It's nicely done though. DG's in, just takes the hit, really descending it.
Themselves access to this.
Looks like 100 Thieves might have to might have to hold on to Garage at one point here.
It's a tough one.
Pancada, a little bit
2E's benched, yes, from what I can tell.
And that's going to be the first target that 100 Thieves look for.
He did mess up. I was saying it on stream, when when they played 2G, when I was watching his POV and the decisions he was making, it looked like attitude-wise, and I don't want to look too much into attitude-wise, but all we can base it off is like how people are performing. From his positional play and how he was playing, it looked like he thought they were going to win no matter what, and he was just trying to get it over and done with. And he messed up a lot on those. And I think if you add that on to maybe other issues that maybe were happening, I can kind of understand the decision.
They put down the smokes as if they're just going through C. So they smoke off Garage, which allows them to walk up Garage. Because Boostio's got the cam that spots through from the C site through this Garage connector.
Daniel TV with the Prime, thank you so much, bro.
So
appreciate the 16
really
months.
Nice bonus round idea that specifically works off. Again, you can see the same camera being placed here again on the C site.
Okay, it saves hero gun, and at the moment, Loud are just spamming C hits. We're seeing a lot of teams at the moment on attack to spam C hits, to be fair. We kind of saw Sentinels do it against EG as well.
In every one of these rounds, he's kind of working the opposite side of the map.
Make sure that he holds on to a bit of map control as well. You can see.
Bronx, yeah, I'm not sure about that one. You might be right though.
Into the round for Loud. They don't want to run into any sort of these half-life stacks that 100 Thieves might be opting into. They show presence and they're stacking more and more bodies while they're at it. There is danger here. Loud opt to go into it. Util isn't quite clean enough, especially tucked up close to the corner. It's an off angle to be held, but okay, Luke Shaw got it anticipated. The rest of his team flooding straight back in to assist, and the feed filled up entirely. This is Loud in complete control so far in this series. 100 Thieves without any options.
Okay,
now, the next
do 100 Thieves need the timeout, or are they just going to talk between themselves? I think you're going to see a garage punish.
Some changes.
Yeah, what do they go for? When we heard from EU earlier today, he spoke to Elizabeth.
Okay, no timeout, which is good because
feel like our micro fighting
when you do a timeout, sometimes it's a little bit too obvious.
They haven't honestly had a team fight this entire game, apart from, you could argue, this one, where they have massively inferior weaponry. So I could see 100 Thieves going for something aggressive here and really trying to force the fight before Loud can
dude, there's the timeout.
The weak side of their defense.
Yeah.
Oh, either that or a tech was.
One of two options. I'm hoping it's just a tech timeout though. 100 Thieves taking it.
It would be a very early time for a tactical timeout though. It would be very early for that. Loud have got one away from the breach ultimate here. All right, just a tiny little delay, but who knows what. All right,
good though.
One away from a breach ultimate, but you're expecting 100 Thieves.
Yeah, same thing from 100 Thieves. Still aggro over towards A, trying to set Asuna up so they can get the rotate out.
They're looking for Luxo.
And every big important round at the moment, Loud's just been ending over towards C, and Boostio is getting targeted.
Close to the corner, not sure if he's spotted whatsoever. Still, it's a lot of util being used to try and clear him out. And there it is. Thorn in the side removed. This site open for the taking once more. And 100 Thieves. Hello, what are they doing? Scattered to the winds on the minimap. They're just saving.
Yeah, I mean, it's round over. If Boostio and Xander both fall like that, the round is chalked. And I think here you're starting to see a little bit, well, first of all of the 100 Thieves players being isolated.
Haven like this with no Euros, man. You don't have the fast react over towards C.
Don't want to opt into individual kind of.
The thing that I'm finding mad at the moment is like when they set up Asuna, they still have 1-on-1. So it's like there's 3.
And Xander's trying to flood in to help him, but they don't control backside. Boostio's in a tucked.
The game plan for sure is to kind of shut down some A re-push early on. It's just never happened. The C spams are out of control.
No, the hunt for the guns begins. 2 players grouped up, both of them spotted. We'll see if 100 Thieves can keep their hands tethered and attached to most of it. Bullets through the wall. Only keeping the one.
Look at this though. Boostio's just stuffed in a corner, and Xander, as he comes through, has already lost the whole of backside. I mean, look at this from Xander's PO. Oh, well, he gets flashed as well. But even if he hadn't been flashed, Dijazine is on the angle before Xander is.
Did they contact up C long there?
They contacted up C long, the same as round 3, where they contacted all the way through garage.
Okay, well,
so the game plan here for Loud,
you can imagine what most of the talk is about, that's for sure.
And then explode.
All the talk over towards the C site. The most obvious change-up for 100 Thieves now is obviously a switch where you'd see kill trip, Heaven play.
Teleport ready to help Boostio and Xander immediately.
I think it's too obvious.
And if you're doing those kind of fast C hits,
so in my opinion, from watching 100 Thieves, you got this.
Asuna can't possibly go.
But they might be tempted to call that aggro C.
Coming out with a great game plan.
But honestly,
on the board.
I think you just walk down middle on this round.
100 Thieves need an adjustment. I think now is the right time for this tag
with a double setup on.
I think Six has got to realize that they're doing this contacty kind of play.
Yeah, I think I'd just send one down bottom middle.
Jump spotting. They need to be trying to take a deep cam down C long maybe. They need to be possibly fighting it with an operator.
They got a lot of options.
There are multiple ways to try to counter a team that's playing this contacty against you, but they've got to pull out some kind of adaptation.
All good options. Luke now the youngest player in VCT Americas, born March 7th, 2007.
Okay, Dono.
Most people feel old. Probably not our audience though, but it makes me feel old.
Goodness.
So turned 18 less than a month ago.
Yeah.
33rd Lostro, bro. That's madness, mate. Thank you so much for doing that, dude. Big W spam for that.
Well, what's he going to be doing?
Thank you so much. I will read the other names in a sec as well. I just didn't want to have it on the screen for too long, just for people that want to watch the game.
Loud. Again, they're up against the weaker weaponry. They don't want to give away anything too easily.
Dude, 33rd man, thank you so much for that, dude. Crazy.
Game plan, though, I have to say, is astoundingly good considering what I was really expecting from Loud. I think we both agree, Josh, highlighting the calling a bit of an issue for Loud, but they've really dismantled these opening game plans by 100 Thieves. Any ideas that they've had We know Ziggs likes to call them up. Pistol round ideas, bonus conversion ideas.
Looking kind of nice. The game plan was good. The shots are good.
It almost feels a bit too easy.
Yeah.
No, it does. Yeah.
Just a bit of spam into the smoke. They know what's coming. Kills are going to be found. Dizazine's going to be hearing it. Cryo jumping around, hopping around. Min-max it, why not? Pancada, you're the last one to get your ult on the team. Go on, have a go.
Cryo's had this ultimate, by the way, for the last, I don't know, 3 rounds, something like that. Are they going to actually try to send it? This is so tough to get anything done.
Yeah.
You've got 2 sheriffs and a Vandal in a 3v4 retake. They're going to try.
Oh my god. Wait, this is...
Series of
this is crazy with the wall. What was this wall tech?
It's suddenly much more winnable.
Salvos.
And they know the direction it came in. Cryo, good time to let loose with the ult.
Oh my god, he just got the ult off. He actually just got the ult off.
Time is ticking away, and Xander just about gets onto it.
Yeah, okay, still got a couple of seconds left here, I think, in the tank.
Damn, dude, that was... It had me worried for a little bit.
I have no idea how Boostio got those 2 kills. I
mean, yeah, this little wall tech from heaven was sick, bro.
Wall, and I think he hit a 180 flick on the player in hell.
Nuts.
Oh my god, what is that, though?
Let's see how we got into this spot here. There's one.
Oof.
There's the other. Pancada just throwing out some util to try and delay them. Expecting most player to come from the link area.
That's what you need from Boostio.
That cryo ult you were saying, well, okay, it's good in that scenario. Checkmate.
It is.
Oh, that was cool.
100 Thieves get on the board. Managed to evade the goose egg.
Is that danger too much?
Aggro Cam, really fast play. Completely changing the tempo.
Look, showing so far forward.
Ooh, this guy is... Guy opens up the buy round like that. They're out here using ults. God, he did a great ult there, though.
This one much more winnable once more for 100 Thieves. They've stemmed the bleeding, but they have to deal with Digizine. Lurking his way, wriggling into the 4 positions, and he's heard all the sound cues. Ready and waiting with a rifle in hand. Asana going to be dropped. And how do you play this if you're EU and Cryo?
I mean, you just never expect the Neon to be lurking B like that. And now they're worried about this player behind them. How do you focus forwards?
Forwards with the wall. Forced out a Rolling Thunder with the tap, but going to be stunned up, caught in towards
God, they're
the
playing
back.
nice.
Shield won't save you
They're playing nice, though.
Not too sure. Dizazine's left guessing as to where EU could be played, but it matters not. 6-1 here for Loud. An abundance of ults.
Every single big buy round, though. The end over towards C.
I suppose, of their composition as well. Once they get that ball rolling.
A great adaptation again, though, from Loud. This was the first round that they'd lost, round 6, and they immediately swap up the tempo. So instead of contacting through, they actually go for a fast play through Garage. They catch Boostio in a position where he's just put the cam down, and then take a bit of a brawl. And Luxio gets 2. Coming back in to ping-pong off his entry player.
Very nice.
They've broken the eco again of 100 Thieves. Barely had guns.
Shot.
To the side.
Server looks so stacked right now. Everyone's doing mad stuff.
The money's a little bit all over the place, but a couple more kills like that, you can do some serious work. Boostio even taking liberties. He's made the sound cue.
Not what he was after there.
No.
Wow, my eyes are down.
And all walking up towards A-Long.
This time, though, 100 Thieves are actually in the right position. This is rare. Normally when 100 Thieves have been doing these contact plays, they've found the weak side of the map. Whereas this time they're contacting into 3 players who are ready to defend. This one should not go quite as well. Worrying spot, actually.
50 seconds left.
They have time to leave if they wanted to.
And honestly, you're seeing so much util being used. Okay, they just want to press the advantage. What they think is there. Here and now, still Pancada force forwards. Lucio again, dominant on his position. He's just trying to take the names and
do the double damage into the Neon ult's kind of scary. Okay, let's see if Loud can do some damage here, though. It's looking like they're not going to be able to win this one. Can they get like 1 or 2 more kills?
The last one alive. Can't quite dodge the paranoia as well, so...
Okay, super nice for 100 Thieves. Guns to pick up. Xander gets the last one as well.
Where it feels like what Vinny was calling against 2G, you know, they didn't really put pressure anywhere else on the map. They went A, lost to Jazine early, and then they just carried on going A.
Yeah.
And 100 Thieves had a 3-player stack there and end up winning on a thrifty round, or at least a half-buy round. Loud have got themselves into a really, really solid position to win this map and take away their opponent's map pick. You can't afford to let the advantage slip at this point. You've got to keep hammering it home.
Right here.
Tripled up now for 100 Thieves. Through mid, anticipating a play from Loud in that direction. Asuna is very much alone. Spamming away.
I'm out of here.
They're really anticipating this to be a B finish. I mean, 3 players since the beginning of the round, first 20 seconds, all stacked up in a high, low, low.
Not moving away. Asuna is... there's danger here. That's why he's looking towards his back, because he's like, well, we have no A-long control. And he's isolated onto the side. It's drone in through mid. Surely reinforcements will be arriving.
Rough on for Asuna, man.
Here's the drone. Smokes bloomed, blossomed. The Cry's trying to
Whoa,
get
to reposition. Omen flash in front of it as the... I like the idea, though. Wait, this is a sick reaction.
Beautiful work.
7 ISO here. They do a smoke deep. He walls up. He walls up, repositions towards the back of site, and then they Omen flash that anyone committed is out here. They timed it like... the timing was okay, it could definitely be a little bit better. But then the wall drops, and then you're just stuck in the open Omen flashed if you committed through the smoke.
And then Xander's paranoia, I think, sets up Cryo for the first kill.
Like, this is cool. Then you have your recon as well.
On any angle, it's really difficult for Loud.
Yeah, that was nice, though. I'm impressed by that. That was sick.
It's a shooting gallery.
I mean, they're just gonna go hit C now, right?
Yeah, it's that mid round, right?
Do you look at 100 Thieves? Think of the same thing. Got camera, double kill, trip, probably got cage here, can't fully see. And they're both just dueling the angle.
Then again, I mean, if they did go for the contact up towards C this round, you see.
Yeah, I like this call though from Loud. This is the A failed so badly that we can just do it again because it will be weak.
Again, that same wall, using it to try and buy his team a bit of
What is
space
the
to get
chill?
back in.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's a classic. It's a tried and tested IGL strat. It failed so bad that you can just do it again.
Into the default setups now.
Because A will be weak.
Away here. Util going to be used. Aftershock already expended. Cryo holding on. He's got a big ult to use here. Does he know his boost out
gets the guy close. They still have the breach under.
Trying to jump spots. Kawazine, happy
Jesus.
And the rest of his team
Nicely
just
done from
cleaning up around
Kawazine.
him.
Dude, Cryo stays out in the open though with his
ISO, deciding to contest
ISO shield, so it could get hit early. You know, people used to do that like jumping classic thing.
You highlighted there towards the end too. Just when it looked like it might have been starting to slip for Loud. I mean, Dejazine is basically sliding right into
Yeah, what even is that? Kaibok 2, appreciate that, mate. Thank you so much. Thank you.
This was one of those rounds where 100 Thieves are trying to get a bit...
Thank you for saying that as well, dude.
They're trying to cheat away from the A site at the start of the rounds, because Loud have not been running those fast A execs. And again, 100 Thieves are really banking on the fact that there's going to be some mid pressure. They're hoping they can catch maybe just Luxo.
Yeah, was finding those spots.
Oh my goodness.
Spam, bullets going their
This is kind of what I wanted to see them get a little bit aggro over towards middle. The problem is that they drone it.
The A split before what worked for them was speeding up the timings in between, and Astuna's been dropped anyway. Still reinforcements
these site holds are rough.
rapidly at that. Xander's already in through the back as a dart to try and help and supplement, but Luke Shot is no denying this guy.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Steps up onto the big stage and delivers
doing
them.
really good.
Nice concoction out through the back. No Rofeft as well, revealing that last remaining player, Boostio. No hope left. It's going to be handed and offered up. A couple of mistakes and misplays, I think, from Loud, and they're just not in a mood for it. Especially not Luke Shaw. This kid is showing up big time.
It's a 100 Thieves map as well. I mean, the comp's a lot better on attack, but they normally get more than this on defense.
Across 11 rounds.
Wait, that's...
This play's lovely. He's just running through the opposite side compared to Dejazine. So while Dejazine gets shut down by Xander, Luxo is just in.
Yeah.
He has been sending it as well. You see when they took over towards Garage as well?
If you want to take a look at the Neon head-to-head, Asuna's got to be hoping it gets better when he gets to the attack
fully...
side.
Not duelist, but he's normally second in.
Weaponry not entirely ideal for 100 Thieves. They've done more with less though in the past still.
Well, you can remember, I was insanely impressed with him when I watched him in Ascension. Interesting.
To the rest of his team, and this time Pusio does adjust with the jump spot, so he's getting that information and still trying to play a bit more aggro on top of it. Dodging, juking at least.
Look at him
the
go.
Flash was the first wave, but he not enough to take care of that stun, and they do clean up.
Yeah, well, we were praising him too much. That was always going to happen.
Thieves trying to get into position now to do some real damage onto this retake.
Okay, we get a Neon off in spawn.
For one of the first times, actually, and a Neon battle potential on the flank. Asana's been caught by Dijazine.
Disco, thanks so much for the tier 1.
Dijazine is playing these spots really weirdly.
Yeah, that's what people have been saying.
Timing and across that placement, not anticipating it. So, Asana taking him out. Kawazine taking point onto.
This is nice from Asana.
Narrowly sidestepping along most of it, and these kills are to be flooding in. Pancada still EU. Answered straight back.
Oh my god, Asana's crazy. Dude, the movement here is nuts.
Can help with I mean, listen. 4 rounds, 100 Thieves, they will take it at this point.
Xander took the hit there on this peak.
Yeah, that's a bit of a weird one. 100 Thieves have been looking for that, where they hunt down Luke Show early on and then play the retake.
Position where they got to win a pistol.
Little bit of chaos, but I think Loud will be very happy with the half overall. An 8-4, where most of it, like the rounds 1 through 5, and then round 7 as well, basically all off a really good game plan.
Yeah.
Call it the game plan, call it the anti, whatever you like, but it got Loud up to some serious success early.
Absolutely, a lot of momentum as well. We'll see if 100 Thieves can answer back on the other side.
Nature sure is full of wonders. Red Bull gives you wings.
The donuts, we can look at them now. Wait for the last ad to play.
The new Red Bull Zero is here. 100% wings with monk fruit extract.
Okay, what did we have at the end? I want to say we ended with Surat. I want to say we ended there. Where we had Clay, Reuven, Dreams, Surat with 100. We got Jenny with 10, Anonymous with 10, Anonymous with $1, and 33rd Losser with the 1,000. Thank you. Smash the goal. Smash the goal that I thought was crazy to put as a goal, but here we are. Who would have thought? Very, very nice. Again, shout out to everyone that was here, whether you donated or whether you're just here. Again, Steven, even just spreading the awareness and just checking in on your friends, checking in on your loved ones, what it's all about. Even if you don't have the money to donate, like literally just checking in on people, or even if like you're not feeling okay, just making sure that you are.
Series that is a must-win for them as well, just to set the kind of
just
stage,
talking
I
to
suppose,
people
as well. If they ended up losing this overall series,
you're not alone.
It would be rough for them, to be honest, to make playoffs overall in stage 1 towards the end of it. For 100 Thieves, though, they're a team
10K was not a serious target.
These opening game plans
I mean,
on the pistol.
man,
I saw a multitude of
honestly, in my head, I thought like
they are cooking
5K.
something up. Might be burnt.
We did a
don't know
charity
yet,
thing
I think
last
they're going to end up
year,
having a fight in mid before
and I was
we get to
shocked
the
we
game
got
plan.
like 3K
Both
for
teams
it.
want to fight over this lane.
Here's the face as well. A Jao with the movement. My God. Asana's trying to get quirky with it still. It's a
Yeah, dude, we got such a sick community here, and again, Tarek getting involved was just a crazy boost in terms of publicity as well. Like, he did incredible.
Cook someone up if you are 100 Thieves. Here it is, round to the side as well. Cryo could return to that fire once more still. Not enough to really push back that player disadvantage, but as I say that, Bustio
oh my goodness, bro. Everyone's shots are nice.
1v1 now, and Cryo should be set up with the advantage. You've got to think as well. Shield inside, taking away too much damage in the process though. 18 HP. Barely getting the hell out of there. Him versus Kawazine. Just like that, the advantage flips on its head.
Kawazine already got the better end of him inside one of these.
Yeah, I was going to say, he might win him another pistol here.
Devastating loss here if Cryo lost it. Especially considering he had that shield at the start of the 1v1. Oh, he's gone for the tap, trying to bait Kawazine in.
That was heard. Kawazine. Oh.
But he's slow.
I like this from Cryo.
Move on. Now he knows it
He realizes that he's low HP and he has to outbrain him.
Oh, no way! Shoulder! Poking out wide. A couple of bullets, not enough for the kill. Kawazine, lucky to be alive. And he's following around.
30 seconds left.
What's he going to do? Tap and push close? Alright.
Cryo, open access. Salvers are online. 20 seconds left. It's getting whittled down at a moment's notice. Drone forwards, cancelled. Kawazine again. There's tap and mind games that are being played between them. 13 seconds left. Kawazine taking the peek out wide now. Full committal by Cryo. It's all about this one fight that's taken now and into the time.
That was a nice try. His original outplay was pretty smart.
He's at his number today.
2-0 for the Pistols.
Feels like everybody on Loud finding their spot, able to step up when it matters. And that has just catapulted them into a spot where they should be winning the map at this point. It's a great one. He's got a shield here as well.
Yeah.
Once the ISO starts rolling in rounds like this, I mean, what is that peak as well? He's just perfectly shoulder baited the shot.
Yeah. SDK clutching the chest.
Yeah.
Digazine, listen, talk to him. 100 Thieves.
Hey, user, I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
I'd love to get off to these early starts with a bit of momentum behind them, winning out these pistols. So far, this map has not gone their way. And here, not quite all in, but they're just going to be sending it flying forwards now into the seaside. Reinforcements arriving in through the back as well. You got to know exactly where these players
keeping it real clean.
Boostio.
Not sure how 100 Thieves are going to be able to do this one.
Digazine, very aware.
This is the kind of round that Thieves could never really put together on their defense side. You see here how Luxor didn't get overwhelmed. He had constant people flooding in to defend him and help him. And Vinny was there to deal with Asuna, who looked like he might have been able to overwhelm Loud's site anchor. And part of the reason for that is because they got the kill on A so early. When Xander dies over towards A, it then becomes a lot easier for Loud to justify rotating people heavily towards C at the first sign of danger. Cryo, though, one away from an ult, and if anybody was going to get 100 Thieves back into this game, it would be Cryo. He had a monumental performance. Every time he's picked ISO on this map, he's been dropping crazy numbers. Today, the team's performance is just, I mean, it looks like the game's going to be over before he can get there. But he's also lost some important 1v1s, these kind of things.
Yeah. Diligent start to the round.
Feels like they're going to clear this question mark pretty early.
Reclear cord
Yeah, insta-reclear.
We were all hearing. Kawazine, tucked
And
close.
100 Thieves doing what they wanted Loud to do. Like default push garage and then reclear A. All the stuns, incredible. Gets out of there with the neon as well. Salvo's go in, rotates here. Kawazine still has stun and drone. Oh, it's a great omen flash.
Paranoia gliding through, trying to set the stage, and a bit more on top of it. Asuna! Rapid with a flick to the side and a flick of the wrist, still 100 Thieves.
Oh my goodness, overheat.
Their way through and in.
The idea was pretty good though, right? 10 HP. If he ults him, it goes back into 4 HP. As in for the duel. Oh god. And whoever did the damage is dead, so he knows he's 10 HP. Wait, he's like on top of it, man. Dude, I like this little flooding from them as well. The breach flashing to send it.
Digazine on his feet. I mean, what a hype man to have beside you in a spot like this.
17-9.
I don't feel like there'd be anybody better to have on your side of the field when you're playing your debut in VCT.
Especially with all the pressure that we were talking about as applied, this is a must-win series for Loud to have a chance in your stage 1 playoffs.
And Luxor's been great. He's top
Pierre, thank you for saying that, bro.
17-9, finding timings, avoiding being punished.
Hey, that's cool, Pierre. Thank you. I appreciate you typing that out as well, mate.
And the vibe looks good over there.
It does.
11-4. 100 Thieves have got enough money to be able to scrap something together, but this is the last chance.
Best of luck. Best of luck with your goal as well, dude.
With that ultimate as well, he just sent it.
Just sent it.
He just was hoping that Luxor was playing in the AB connector.
Looking a bit flustered though as well, because it's not a great ult for even giving you peace of mind in that area.
No.
It misses one entire section of Link, so they still had to look in that way just in case he was lurking.
Yeah, it's not like they knew because of the ult that he
100
was
Thieves.
Yeah.
I mean,
didn't actually get good
they lost double pistol.
Kind of ult where
The game plan was good
has
from
to
Loud
for
in
it
terms
to
of
be useful.
the kind
And
of
now you don't have it for being able to
abuse
open up
of
this
C.
round, for example.
Like I think they got
And if we're
absolutely
being
wrecked.
honest, the ISO ultimate
Like it's
on
it's
the
kind of
attack
this
side
double
is the
snowball
biggest
from
part
Loud
of
at the
this
moment.
entire comp. You are
I
supposed
wouldn't
to get into good
be
situations,
judging 100
use
Thieves
the
from
sober
just
utility to
this.
set up
I
a good
think
ISO
maybe
ult
they could
and
have
just chain them together. Try to get
could have
like 3
fixed
1/2.
their C a little bit earlier, or like Garage a little bit
He's never
earlier,
had the
but
chance though. All the momentum from beginning to end. Listen, pistol rounds going away of Loud.
lost double pistol and a
Take the window,
bonus.
the
Yeah,
fails
no,
of
it
100
is
Thieves
just
as well.
it's
Listen,
just a bad
in a game
start.
like Valorant, first to
for both
13,
of it.
it's a big deal. 100 Thieves put a lot.
I think this is just Valorant sometimes, and Loud look good, and I think this is it's like a good sign of when every single time when you have a team where like I'm not saying someone's the issue, but like there's an issue in the team, like a change does change a lot.
Same play as what we saw prior.
Like it reminds me of, do you know what this reminds me of? Like 2023 Heretics, right, where they kicked Zeke's,
Quite wide there.
and then they got Weber in, I think it was, and like the team just looked completely different. I don't think it's like a skill comparison, but I think it's like the same thing where maybe the vibes weren't great, but changing one person up changes a lot, and like the whole team just gets belief. EG 2023. I didn't want to say EG 2023 because then it looks like I'm saying they're going to win champs.
It's too easy.
But it is a similar vibe, you're right. Just without the insane peak expectations.
A round where it looks like their performance against EG.
It's been rough for them. It's up to Boostio and EU to see if they can dig their way out. A very sorry situation.
Kind of is the same now, though, isn't it? Though?
Just seen the case, I think,
didn't
Luke
EG get like 30 nodes?
Here's the peak as well. Dodge not quite
Like they hit the bottom and the bottom.
You gotta know what these 100 Thieves players are, and it just makes it that much sweeter. And that
I swear they got 30 node on Pearl,
One
right?
more is all it's gonna take.
And how many kills can Luxio get up to?
By Loud, yeah.
This is a ridiculously good debut.
And then 2G beat Loud, so they hit the bottom of the bottom. Then you got that bottom to bounce off of.
Look at that,
It's just out in the open.
In the open. That's so risky to go for something like that. What if Xander had a friend? But alas, 100 Thieves, all of that kind of team coordination, rifling, everything's been going the wrong way for them. And Luxio cannot put a foot wrong. No.
And Pierre, I'm not gonna do that, but in Coach Potatoes, me and Minnie have been tempted to do something similar, so we might.
Hold on. Walking at the right moments, they do spot out the util.
We thought of doing like VOD reviews and then just making it more like public, so people can get the value out of it instead of just one person.
Get that plant down, just barely spotting the top of his hat.
So much of this is going to be on EU back here.
And there
He's going to hold off the flood, the flank.
Pressure applied. Calls for help. Cryo seeking to help him out as well, side by side here. An attempt being made by Loud. Nice swing.
Damn, bro, look at him go.
Collecting. That's 2 Armageddon. Sweeping through and away. Paranoia gliding forwards. An attempt to readjust by 100 Thieves. Flipping the sight in the process, but the spike is on the other side of them. They are well and away from this. Damage done to Xander. Into the 1v2. Kawazin, surely not. Time ticking, and with that circle shrinking. Looks
still though, it's like
end, but 100 Thieves,
it's the worst round to win. Everyone goes down.
They are alive, but at what cost?
Yeah, and you just know that DG Zin's getting a Marshall out here. I mean, Outlaw out.
And they've all got like
3,500
credits, something like that, to buy armor, all of their abilities, and a gun. And look at what they're working with right now. You know, EU.
I mean, honestly, maybe he's made the right call.
Cryo doesn't have a vulnerable.
Dude, no drone.
You know, these are rough sacrifices to have to make.
Over. Go.
Yeah, I like that Xander takes the hit here. Yeah, look at a couple of them we're talking about. I mean, a couple of them thought the same thing that I thought, that he's getting his Outlaw out here. EU takes the hit, and Xander takes the hit in terms of guns.
Feigning it, but not actually breaking it.
Not having a drone on a round like this is a nightmare. for 100 Thieves attack macro. EU's just going to hope to, I guess, shoot people with his Guardian.
Yeah, I mean, 100
hope
Thieves
that makes the
gonna be
difference.
clean with the trades, haven't they? Covers in, forward still, too much to overcome.
DG's in a weird spot here.
Really is. It's a wall. It's gonna be tracking. Where the hell is Asuna playing, man? Stern off to the side as well.
Dude, the shield nearly helped him out.
Supplements it. Necessary.
Good wall from Cryo too. Keeping himself safe in that spot. Now it's actually Loud who are in a bit of a weird position. If you want to go for a save,
they're okay. Like just save this.
Very difficult to.
Don't have to do anything. Doesn't matter about the money anymore.
They're just going to save. So one of the more difficult rounds for 100 Thieves to convert on because they were coming in with a bulldog.
This is like one of the best rookie debuts. Like it's up there. The problem is this year we've already seen insane ones.
Particularly awkward timing for Kawanzine.
Saivo for Vitality. It's going to be hard to top that best of 3 that he had. Kushi had a really good one. Dust9 was like stage 1 more than.
For 100 Thieves, but they don't want to get the ults rolling. It's probably the big thing with a comp that 100 Thieves are running.
Nivera.
It's one thing that will get them back.
He had a good fast round. It wasn't like a crazy game though.
Pretty far off from now at this point in terms of a 6-round deficit. Loud up to 12.
Or did he have a crazy game? I can't remember this game fully.
Cycle to some degree, but I think that requires Cryo going absolutely bonkers.
The best rookie so far, dude. I'm telling you, it's so hard to call the best rookie for this year.
Bringing out the operator.
We need more time for the best rookie because everyone's going crazy. Like the tier 2 talent that came out this year, we've never seen anything like it. Like we maybe last year had like a couple, right? Karen, obviously. But then this year it's just, there's about 10 of them.
Drop down over towards A. Walking up behind us, you know the trip's been there. Definitely prior. Luxio going to be feeling the heat soon enough. And well, just, oh my, hopping around, shooting around. Barely able to get a control of this one. Asuna puts him to bed. Puts him to rest.
The Nivera debut, 17-4. It's pretty good. Who did we play?
Positions, almost like they wanted to go for another attempt at the refight, but with EU playing his ult as well, they could go for it again.
Yeah, they might be going for a overall play here.
Saw this play before. He doesn't quite have the vulnerable. Still, here's that Hunter's Fury. Ult's layered down, and there it is. Lining them all up. Dodging
maybe
off to the side still. 2v2.
He can get this kill and get the smoke on the spike.
Peeking. That was just slightly out, Santa. As long as he stays alive, though, that's the danger. The dart. Narrowly missing this one. Shocky's raining in from above. Hawazine having to dodge.
Did you go to tap it again?
For most of this one here, kills.
Dude, Pancada, my goodness. Doing everything. God, they wrecked them, chat.
From beginning to
yeah,
end.
they for sure snowballed on both halves, but I'm impressed.
Just a couple weeks ago and got utterly battered.
Yeah.
And now here, making a shift in composition, coming off the back of a lost to 2G.
Yep.
And this is the version allowed.